So now we are looking at units. So basically we are concerned about idea of units. What is units? Let's say where we need units. Let's say how object is moving. Somebody asks how this car is moving. So he means to us that what's the speed of that car. You say 30, but what 30? Does this 30 make sense in your mind? It needs something to make sense of that speed. Someone say how long or you are, or what's your height. You say 5.7, but what 5.7? So to make understand the height, your height, the meaning or the sense of your height into the other's mind, we need something that can gives us that sense. So let's say we'll see one more example. Let's say you have a table and now you have to buy a cloth for this table. So what you do, you first way you just take this table to the cloth store and give that transportation through tempo or some lorry and ask them to give me this cloth suitable for this table, or just you measure, means how long the table is. You have to buy a cloth, so you need the length of that table so that you will buy that suitable cloth. So what you do, you with your fingers, consider these are fingers, your fingers with your these fingers 1 2 3 4 5, you measured that table, length of the table. Let's say 2.5 fingers is the length of the table. So these 2.5 fingers or 2.5 hands becomes your unit to measure that table. And there is a better way. If you have a ruler or tape, you say, you just this ruler is of 30 centimeters, let's say, and you just measure the length of the table with this ruler. So 60 to 70 centimeters is the length of my table. So you just go to the shop and ask for that cloth of that length. You don't need to take the table with you. So that 30 or 60 centimeters make that cloth, make that owner understand how much long cloth you want. So he will also have a ruler at his place, and he will measure that cloth with that ruler and give you the amount, that long cloth. So the table at your hand, you measured it 90 centimeter. You go to the cloth owner, you ask him, he measured the cloth 90 centimeter and gives you the cloth suitable for your table. That's the importance of units. One more way to look at this. Let's say you have a bucket of water, and if you ask how much water this bucket holds, what's your answer? 21. But what 21? we say 21 liters. So this liter gives you ability to measure this water content in a physical world. So we can one can say that there is a tank which holds such 10 buckets of water. So in that case, such 10 buckets of water. So in that case, one bucket, it becomes an unit, absolutely unit. So such means 1 into 10 buckets of water, that is your tank. So there is an term SI units. It's an international system of units. I say the word system. So in this we come across terms as for position, describe the position. To describe the position we use meters, centimeters. For describe motion we use meter per second. To describe mass we use kilograms, that is kg. So this is a standard, and if we say no, I don't want this system, I have my one bucket of water, I will take that bucket of water, go everywhere and measure with that bucket of water, then your unit system will have this bucket of water. So to avoid mix up, means you can understand there are many such system exists to measure things. So to avoid such conflict, scientists have came across and agreed upon a common way of measuring things, that is units, and this is what the SI unit system represents.